What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about if Resident Evil Village will be at the Game Awards. So normally I've been doing this on Podcast Now on the main channel. It's okay. I wanted to show this channel a little love and give it this video. I think this is a very likely thing to happen. I truly do. You know, we've talked about Gotham Knights. We've talked about Dying Light 2. We talked about Hogwarts Legacy. I think those are the 3 games so far. This will be number 4 in terms of games I've talked about if they're going to be there or not. And I will happily, I guess for people that are Resident Evil fans, I will happily say, in terms of my prediction, if there's any of these 4, okay, again, Gotham Knights, Hogwarts Legacy, Dying Light 2, and this game, Resident Evil Village, if there's one of them, one of the 4 that I do think will be there, Resident Evil Village is that game. They have been operating kind of on a, well, okay, they had like the summer update, which was kind of pushed a little. Now they've talked about a winter update in terms of the next time we're going to see them. And that's the biggest thing to me. You know, they've been one to, I think, vocalize when the next time we're going to actually see them is. Whereas Gotham Knights, we don't know. Hogwarts Legacy, we don't know. Dying Light 2, we absolutely do not know, right? But Resident Evil with Capcom, they have made it very clear, kind of. They've given us, I would say, windows of when we're going to see it. But this, in my opinion, fits what I think the Game Awards would show. Remember, what I've talked about with the Game Awards is really only expect trailers. If you want like long gameplay presentations, that's not happening. So you gotta look at each game, I would say individually, and say, what is the next thing that these games need to show us? For Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil Village does need to show gameplay at some point, but if we're being honest and transparent, what they've done with 3 and 2's remake is kind of what they've done here is trailers first, and then as we get closer, then we get gameplay. This is a game I think probably comes out somewhere in the summer range. I don't think they're going to be able to get this thing out as early as they did for 2's remake, as early as they normally. Think about it. Capcom likes to put games out. Even 7, Biohazard, that came out at the end of January. Remember the year that game came out. So they try to get these games out early in the year. And remember, the plan with Capcom is they want a new Resident Evil game every year. So I don't think Village, I mean, okay, a lot of things have been pushed back because of the stuff that's happened, but I really think they've probably set an internal deadline to say, okay, we need this game out by like the summer at the latest, because we can't push this into the fall unless they then say, okay, well then the next game, Resident Evil 4 remake, because that would be the next game that they do, that game will be the fall of. So I guess they could, under that way, if they wanted to stop doing it in the beginning of the year and start doing it at the end of the year, these kind of, again, internal delays, because I don't think they're going to ever like vocalize this stuff, that could be what happens. But I think where we're at right now is, a trailer. Just show us another trailer of this game. Get us excited. There can be, by the way, there can be gameplay in the trailer. I actually think that, right? There could definitely be gameplay in the trailer, and then you go from there. But what I'm saying is gameplay can't be the entire thing. We're not looking for, again, I do want a 8, 10, 12-minute little section of Resident Evil Village. Let me see some of the gameplay mechanics, because we do know a lot of them if you guys have been keeping up on basically a lot of leaks, or also like their whatever, like the fan pages, or the people that are like the elite members with Capcom or with Resident Evil, how they can basically play test these games. If you've been following those, which I don't follow them too hard, but I have seen a lot of them, you would learn some of the gameplay mechanics, some of the character types, like the villains or some of like the enemies we're going to be facing. We have learned a lot of that, but they are, I would say, decently easy to introduce themselves in a trailer as well. You know what I mean? We could definitely see that. And a thing to note is we're seeing a little bit more of Resident Evil being pushed over the last couple weeks. There's been a lot of promotional material of like sports stars like playing. It's like a minute trailer, right, where they play a little bit of it. We get to see a little bit of gameplay. So they are pushing it, and I don't think that's what they mean, by the way, by like a winter update. I do think we're coming up on some sort of trailer. And then, like I said, even after that, I mean, what the exciting thing and the thing we can probably talk about in December after that, going into 2021, is what's next. And I think what's next is very quickly, sometime very early in 2021, January, February, March at like the absolute latest, is we would get gameplay, like an extended look at the gameplay, and we would also start inching very, very close to a release date. So again, I think this makes a lot of sense. I think that we know that they're going to do something in the winter. Now, is early December technically winter? In the gaming terms, it can be. It doesn't always have to mean it. Normally, winter, quote unquote, winter in the gaming world kind of ends in January, and then February, March become more of like the spring. When you say spring 2021, you're kind of talking, I would say March. So maybe February could still be considered like late winter. But so they do have some time. They don't have to show it at the Game Awards. But I think, again, with what Jeff Keighley does, a short little, give us a 2-minute trailer. It's a game that's very much, I think, promoted for next gen. If you're looking to do that at the Game Awards, say, hey, here's some things we're looking for, or you should be looking forward to for next gen. This is a fantastic one. The one thing I do want to quickly throw out there that would maybe be something that would stop this from happening is rumor has it, very heavily rumors have it, that Silent Hill, the Sony, the PS5 exclusive Silent Hill game, is going to be announced at the Game Awards. Now, that's a horror game, obviously. Obviously, right? I don't know if that stops any other horror games from happening. I honestly feel like it could. I don't know that much detail in how those things are put together. Jeff Keighley has talked about, so I do know, okay, he sometimes goes to companies to ask if they want to, say anything or do anything at the Game Awards. They'll sometimes come to him, but I don't know if necessarily they talk about, okay, Capcom. He contacts Capcom, or Capcom contacts him. That's very hard to say. Capcom contacts, very difficult. I don't know if they do that and they say, well, we would show, we have a trailer. We want to do a trailer. We could show that there, but we are not going to do it if there's other horror games, because we want to be like the only horror game at the show. Is that what could happen? A thing to remember as well is, rumor was Silent Hill was supposed to be announced during one of those two PS5 events, the one in June and the one in August. September? We were supposed to get the Silent Hill announcement in one of those. Now, the June one is when they announced Resident Evil. And even when that happened, at that June when they first announced the PS5, I even thought in the moment, okay, no chance Silent Hill is here now. There's no way, because I don't think they would have more than one big-time horror game there. And then obviously it didn't end up appearing in the September one either. So that's my biggest question, is it really, if I had to guess which one is more likely, I'd say Silent Hill. I think Silent Hill is a very good, I would go so far as say lock to be at the Game Awards, this upcoming Game Awards. So then the question I would have is, Resident Evil is a good candidate, definitely a good candidate to have a trailer being shown, but does Silent Hill being there have Capcom say, no, we don't want to deal with Sony's Konami, duo there. We want to be on our own. We'll just do it by ourselves. We'll do it a week after. We'll do it in January. We'll do it sometime then. That's the biggest thing. To me, that's the biggest thing that could possibly stop it from happening. So, guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think? Do you think this game is going to be there? Do you think Resident Evil will get a brand new trailer for it there? Let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. And I do a brand new video on this channel every single day. Specifically, if you guys like this kind of stuff, I have done, like I said, more of it on podcasts now. I'll probably be doing it on both channels over these coming weeks as we get closer to the Game Awards. So I'll be talking about different games that I think are likely or possible that they'll be there, okay? Again, so a new video every day, and I hope to see you guys on tomorrow's video.